fulfill the dreams my conscience lay on the.
Hey everyone, I am Wandering Mind, and I am going to be showing off Choujikuu Yousai Macross, Scrambled Valkyrie for Super Famicom. And this game is part of the long-running Macross series, which combines mecha, space, soap opera type drama, and love triangles, and amazing music. And the series has been around for a long time. And there have been a whole bunch of games, a whole bunch of spin-offs, and this is the one that I'm going to be running. And I'm going to try to explain as much as I can, just because there's going to be a lot going on. So, the really unique thing about this game is that we can capture enemies and have them fight by our side. So, I'm going to take full advantage of that. So, I am going to be playing on easy here, just because this game is difficult, and easy just really lends itself well to the speedrun. And just trying to think of what else I want to go over here. So I'm going to go just making sure that I am on easy. Alright, and we're playing this on glorious stereo. Alright, and then I am going to go start here. And we have 3 characters that we can choose from, each with their own different attacks and everything. But yeah, we're going to play as Maximilian because he has the best attacks. So I'm going to count down on a count of 3, and then we're going to get this run going. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so there's going to be a lot going on. So I have 3 different forms that I can choose between, each with their own attacks. Now, the thing is, I want to make sure that I upgrade everything, because you're going to see why real quickly. So the red enemies are what I want to go for. And we got the voice line, and I'm going to hold off on firing until this thing fully shows up. But yeah, so the really nice thing about easy is that there's little to no lag. And I want to keep on firing, because if I don't, I can capture enemies, and I don't want to capture the wrong enemy by accident if I don't have to. But yeah, like... So it's in my greatest advantage to fire whenever possible. But yeah, so I am almost powered up here. We got a banger soundtrack. And it's just knowing when the music hits, seeing when the enemies show up. And we have things in the background. And I got a really good homing attack. And we got a landmine, and I am going to get in position here. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, okay, we got it. I believe we got it. That's good. So that's our first enemy that we're going to capture, and they're invincible. And as long as I keep firing, and as long as I don't die, I can keep this enemy for as long as I want to. Also, if I take damage, I go down a power level. I try to avoid that. And we got space junk that I can easily get rid of. And then we have these black hole type bombs. There are gonna be 3 of them. So that's number 1. That's number 2. And number 3. Oh, okay. Alright, so I was supposed to go for a quick kill. That was just unfortunate, but that was more or less the setup. But I can quickly recover my power-ups, and this is going to be one of the few places on easy mode where there's a lot of lag. As you can see, there is a lot going on here. But yeah. Like the setup with the medium weapon, it's a bit tricky, but if I did it correctly, I would have destroyed all 3 parts at the same time, but not a big deal. So, it's really the second weapon that I really want. It has a large hitbox, it can do a ridiculous amount of damage, and this is going to be a recurring theme throughout the entire run. Alright. And we got an enemy that just shows up. I know where they are. Got one right here. Alright, and that's the last one. There's going to be an enemy that shows up to my left. We cannot capture it. But yeah, the second weapon is the yellow ball attack, and that's how we're going to do most of our damage to these bosses. Alright, I'm going to get in position here. We got some Mode 7 action going on here. Alright, now we are on to our second part here. And this is why I have the captured enemy in the position where I want it. Okay, yes, that's what I want. And there we go. That is our first boss. That's basically how you do it. So the charge attack is what we want. The laser attack, which it was trying to do right before I defeated it, is what we don't want. And just positioning can be a bit challenging, but I am doing a really good job so far. And I mean, like, there are places like if this was a PB attempt where you would reset, but because this is a marathon run, I just really want to show off what the game is all about. But yeah, at least for the first few levels, the game is generous with the power-ups, and yeah, let me go ahead here. Okay, we captured our next enemy, and we're going to be using this enemy for the rest of the stage. So, it can go around fire. Not exactly going to do a lot of damage, but it's better than what we had before. And those enemies can eat up my homing attack, so I want to be careful. But yeah, it can be positioned like Gradius's options, and so long as it's out, the yellow orbs will always actively hit for continuous damage. Yeah. And those red things can give me the power-ups. On the harder difficulties, those things can shoot out bullets. But, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna come up to our mini-boss in a short moment here. Yeah, I really do enjoy this game a lot. Alright, so we have some enemies that are going to be showing up real soon. Alright, now we have our boss coming up, and the screen's going to scroll a bit faster, and we are going to get in position here. That's actually really good. Wow. I am amazed. Because it'll fly around, it can do some orb attacks. But no, I will take that. That's very uncommon. But yeah, like, I think I did mention, if you do game over, there is no continue screen. You continue, quote-unquote, from the main menu. And yeah, like, if I game over, I lose the enemy that I capture. But yeah, like, I played this for the first time, like, a few years ago. I remember seeing someone play it. I think it was during SNES Superstars, and I played it casually and finished the game, and eventually decided, hey, I want to speedrun it. And at the time, the only other runner of the game was Julian RX, and I looked at his run and improved on it, and yeah, got to work with him on it a little bit. And that's the very brief history of me in this game. I forgot what the world record is. I want to say it's at 33:04. Really good time. It could save a few seconds, but I'm pretty happy with my run for the most part. Right, we are coming up to our boss fight coming up, and I want to stay in the top right here. Or, I mean the top side of the screen. Because there's going to be a giant laser beam attack. Yeah. Alright. Okay, that's how we do it. That's exactly how I want to do it. So I look at the clouds and line myself up with where they are, and that's how I take care of the boss. That was mostly good. I will take that. And now we are onto my favorite track in the game. So this game has a banger of a soundtrack. And this is a pretty long stage. It just... Okay. Alright, give me... Alright. Alright, we got the enemy that I wanted. That's all I care about. And we are going to be using this one for a while. And if I lose health, it is not a big deal. I can recover my weapons. I don't have to worry too much. See, just like that. Health I can get eventually. But yeah, like, on the harder difficulties, there'd be bullets flying everywhere. But yeah, we get to hear the whole awesome song. Alright, let's see. Yeah, if you line things up precisely, you can take out all three at around the same time, but it is very precise. Alright, let's see. Right, looking good so far. And really, I can recover my weapons pretty easily. And I got the orb beam, which I cannot state enough how useful it is. Just the range on this thing. Also, another thing, so if I run to obstacles, I don't die right away, but it will drain my health. So I want to avoid them when possible. Alright, I'm gonna get in position here. Alright, this should be good. That's exactly how we do it. But yeah, I kind of look at the background, I look at the sprites, and see, okay, where do I want to line myself up? And thankfully, I have a very good idea of where to do that. And I can kill enemies off screen because I know where they are. But yeah, like, you see the power of that enemy I captured. Alright. And I can just sit here within the orb. Alright. And I want to hug this green. Alright. Got 3 of them. Got an enemy coming up here. Yeah, we are making progress. Just appreciate the water effects, the music, sprite work. And we are coming up to our boss fight, and so I'm gonna make sure not to fire while the water is filling up during the boss fight, because that can lag the game. That's one of the few places where it can do so on easy mode. Alright, I am... And the boss has a bunch of different attacks, so I want to make sure I do my setup. Hopefully, I get it done correctly. Oh, that was beautiful. I feel good. That's exactly how you do it. It's a bit precise, and it can be very finicky, but that's how you do this boss fight. This next stage is going to be very fast-paced, so buckle up, everybody. We are in for a ride. Up, up. Alright, now I'm gonna get in position here. I wanna hug the bottom part here. Come on, come on. Okay, this is looking really good so far. No, I got... That's actually good. I will take that. The laser attack is pretty bad luck, but I defeated it right as it was about to do so. So there is going to be a flashing light warning in the background for the stage, so bit of fair warning, but otherwise, yeah. We got another stage that we're going to be dealing with. There is a little bit of lag with the ring of enemies, but it is what it is. But I do want to keep on firing. I'd rather do that. We got 2 from the bottom. Coming right up. But yeah, lots of enemies just flying all about here. There's going to be a ring of enemies from behind me. Just like that. And we got these orbs. The red ones give us health. Alright. So this boss fight, it'll go away. Either we do damage or it'll just fly away. Yeah, but we should be able to get what we need back. We just need to get one more. We are back on track here. And I'm not gonna sing along. I am not good at singing, so I'm just gonna hum. Okay, that's how we do that boss fight. That was really good. Again, I look at the background where to line myself up, and yeah. I'm feeling pretty good so far. Alright, we got a enemy ship that we're going to deal with here. Alright, okay, there we go. I sometimes forget that we have to dodge bullets because I basically destroy everything that's in my way. So we are going to be on our way to the boss of the stage. The sprite work is just really good in this game. And I can just sit back. Just get my breath. But yeah, like, I have not played as the other characters. It's just, Maximilian is just that good. Alright, I have a boss fight where I'm gonna focus here. One, two, three. Alright, bit of a mess up, but that's basically how you do it. So, yeah, the important part is that we have the ship spawn on the bottom. That's very important. I feel like I was a little bit off, but that's more or less how you do it. So now we are on to our second last stage. Challenge is going to really pick up here. But yeah, enemies are flying everywhere. But yeah, I just want to keep on firing away here. And as you can tell, I have held on to the same enemy since stage 3. Which is pretty impressive. But yeah, oh yeah, this is another great song. Yeah. Then we're gonna stay up here. All right. All right, that's the first part of the stage. But yeah, it's great background and we have a lot of enemies, and very important is that we hug the very bottom left. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Like, you see how little space there is? Like, if you're doing this blind, you are probably gonna die here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of room to deal with those enemies where, yeah, you can just see how little space, and then those missiles just start firing at me. But yeah, I'm back to my homing attack here. Yeah. But yeah, soon we'll be getting another enemy to capture, but yeah, no, like, I'm still really happy with how things are going, but yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the bottom right here, just wait a bit. Alright, and I have my next enemy that I'm gonna capture, and we have some meteors that are falling. Oh, did you see that? That gets me every time. It ran into one. Alright. Right, that concludes that part. So now we are on the last stretch here. So, same idea. I want to keep on firing with the homing attack here. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Like, whenever I play this game, like, it goes by really quickly. And I can just hug. Alright. Now, we got a boss fight. That's gonna be pretty involved here. That's how you do it. So, a bit scuffed, but yeah, so I want to get rid of the cannon, stay in position, because otherwise, like, those rings could have just hit me, and I want them to circle around me. But in any case, we are onto our final level here, and I'm gonna repeat myself, like, this game is difficult. Like, even on the easy mode, it gets really difficult. And like on the harder difficulties, there would be a lot more enemies here. But yeah. But yeah, like our homing attack, yeah, even at level 1, the orbs retain high continuous damage. It just lacks overall range. Yeah, that's the thing. That was like my main hang-up. But yeah. No, it's still good. I mean, because if you let that fight go on, it can get real messy. Right. And the spikes can damage you. Right. Alright. So the background is a bit disorienting, I understand that, and it will change color soon. So that enemy that we captured in the previous stage is really going to come in handy here with what we have to deal with. What I like to call the gauntlet. So I actually have to dodge bullets and get around obstacles. But yeah, I want to keep my level 3 weapon, and we are going to scrub. Okay, that's good. I will take that. So we have a mini boss coming up real soon. That was good. I will take that. Alright, now we got our last enemy that we're capturing. But yeah, the ships and aircraft shots are what's more capable of clearing the path in this section, yeah. Yeah, I'm just really glad I got past that section. It just can get a little bit overwhelming. But yeah. I'm gonna hug to the left here and use my homing attacks. And we are on to our final boss fights. Yeah. Alright, and we're on our way. And on easy mode, this upcoming boss fight's really easy. I can just sit here. And we got our last Minmay pickup, and the boss fight, I won't describe it, you'll see it, but it can be very random, and I could lose time like it during the attempt, but it just... we'll see what type of attacks I can get. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but we got our final boss fight. Wait for it, wait for it. And time. He decided to die. But I could find my way. Our peace will be back soon. Soon be back. I am just glad that run went as well as it did. Like, like, huge shout out to this marathon for having me on. Like, I'm always glad to come back and show stuff off, and especially showing off this game. Like, it's an awesome game. Like, if you ever have the chance to it and you have the ability to, definitely find a way to play it. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think. I want to give my shout out. So, I do want to give a special shout out to Julian RX, who was the one other runner of the game. So, without him, I wouldn't be where I am. Want to thank all the viewers in this chat right now, everyone in the other restreams. Like, having everyone come out and just me being able to do this run at like 2:20 a.m. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else to say here, but yeah, like, the run is pretty easy to pick up. Like, just put in some practice, nail the boss fights, and yeah, you could get some runs going. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone enjoyed it. But yeah, like, I have watched the original Macross, both the original series and Do You Remember Love. I've watched Macross Plus and Frontier, so I have some few others that I still need to watch. Macross 7 is on my immediate to-watch list. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else to say. I'm just relieved that it's over. Like, I'm just... No, this was exhilarating. $20 a.m. I mean, it was 2:20 a.m. when I started. Ish. It is, yeah, 2:43 a.m. Yeah. We're almost done with the credits here. I'm just pretty amazed that I was able to run this game and do a commentary. Not easy, but I pulled it off. And wait for it, we're almost done the credits here. It's just something so satisfying about hearing the music during the credits. Alright, and that's it. I think this is when I'm gonna bow out here, and yeah, I'm gonna sit back and relax, and until next time, this is Wandering Mind, signing off.